So today we're continuing our theme of fat loss for women, and we're going to talk a bit about diet today, but not dieting. So what is ideal for creating an environment for women to lose weight more easily is eating for your hormones rather than restricting calories or fasting. So where our goal is sort of effortless healthy weight, or healthy weight with as little effort as possible, not dramatic fat and muscle loss so that you're skinny and light but also unhealthy. So what does eating for hormone health look like? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Eating enough protein. So women convert protein into useful things inside our body, but it's a lot harder for us to do so. So women generally need to eat a whole lot more protein. However, I don't mean a steak a day. I mean all the proteins, all the different proteins, animal proteins, nuts, seeds, fishes. So like if you do it on a roster, say, and you have steak day 1, you might have legumes day 2, you might have fish day 3, then chicken, then eggs, and just lots of protein, but lots of variety too. And I think that variety, we miss that. But you need the protein for muscle growth and maintenance, and we lose it a lot easier than men, and we gain it a lot slower with a lot more work than men. So not just for muscle mass, your protein will actually help slow down your the time it takes you to get hungry as well. So you'll eat less if you've got good amount of protein with your meal, and you're aiming for 20 to 30 grams per meal. So that's usually like the palm of the hand kind of thing. But if you're eating legumes for your protein that night, you might have to eat a little bit more. The second way eating for your hormones, or another way that it looks like, is taking care of your gut. So we have trillions of microbiome in our guts that can influence our hormones, how we feel, our mood, our feelings of fullness, what we're craving, our weight, and also like things like diabetes and disease risk. So looking after the bacteria in our guts that make us feel good, make us feel full, is super, super important. And what this looks like is lots of fiber. Now, fiber has a double benefit for women, especially because fiber helps us pass bowel movements, and bowel movements help us excrete excess estrogen. So on both levels, it's hormone balance by looking after the bacteria. It's hormone balance by getting rid of excess amounts of estrogen. Now, we're talking getting fiber through food, okay? I don't mean take a supplement, because again, you're not getting the variety. So if you get fiber through your food, then you're getting lots of different colors, lots of nutrients, phytonutrients, minerals, vitamins, and all those things as well, which can then also positively influence our hormones, help with feeling satiated, and help us work towards that healthy weight. Eating for hormone health, I'm sorry girls, means reducing your sugar intake. So if you're going to eat chocolate every day, you're eating like 80% cacao chocolate. Alcohol is a sugar, and unfortunately sugar doesn't just disrupt our gut microbiome, it affects our sleep. Even if you think you sleep really well, you're actually sleeping less well, and it's a different kind of sleep to the one you need to heal. Sugar can also contribute to developing insulin resistance. It inhibits your leptin production. So leptin is the hormone that helps us feel full, like we've had enough. So if you're eating sugary foods, you don't get that feeling, and that's a hormone response, right? So if you're gonna eat sugar, you eat it with fiber in its original form, which means you eat fruit. Basically, I'm having trouble thinking offhand of any other kind of sugar with fiber that comes naturally. You know, things like honey and maple syrup actually have great bacteria content, but the sugar will still affect our hormones like sugar does. So again, you eat them sparingly. And if you're going to eat sugar, take those ones. Eating for hormone health means eating fat. Yes, please. No more low fat. Not all fats are equal. Let me get that out there. So the fat you get on your McDonald's or in your McDonald's burger is going to disrupt your hormones. However, the fats you get out of salmon, avocado, nuts, seeds, we make hormones out of that stuff. We also make skin cells and repair damage in our bodies. We do need fat. But you want to have your whole food fats again. So I've said avocado, olive oil, nut seeds, salmon. Omega-3s are like the gold at the end of the rainbow. So they're especially beneficial for hormone health, but also for decreasing inflammation, increasing insulin sensitivity, and mitigating cortisol. So cortisol for us, it's the hormone you release when you're stressed. A lot of women are chronically stressed because we're taking, primary carers roles, and we're generally like trying to do everything for everyone. Omega-3s can actually meet cortisol and down regulate it. And then if you must have a diet, if you need a plan for your eating, the best one I've found for hormone health, so not necessarily weight loss, is the Mediterranean diet. So if you need to follow a meal plan, download a Mediterranean diet plan. It's high fish, high olive oil, high fiber. It's good for blood sugar, bone health, heart health, immune system, and brain function. It's very well studied. The grains they're eating are whole grains generally, and also seeds and legumes. It can help, the way the Mediterranean diet's put together with all the veggies will also help regulate your estrogen levels, reduce your risk of breast cancer, and also increases your consumption of protective against disease compounds, which pretty much every whole fruit and vegetable contain. Okay, so one last thing when we're talking eating for hormone health, and that is fasting. So fasting has so many health benefits. I didn't want to just ignore it or say don't do it. But women especially need to be supervised if you're going to fast. And you may not do a traditional 5-2 diet or 8-hour eating window, because we don't respond to restriction the same way as men do. And when we're restricting food generally, some of our bodies, especially the chronically stressed women, some of our bodies will hold on to body fat, and it will make our cortisol levels and our stress levels worse. So if you're going to fast, because our hormones are very sensitive to restriction and to cortisol and stress, we do need to do it sort of under the supervision of a naturopath or a nutritionist, probably not a GP unless the GP is trained in nutrition. But having said that, if you're one of these people that can fast without like sending your hormones off tops, benefits include improving symptoms of rheumatic diseases, improving chronic pain syndromes, reducing hypertension, reducing cancer growth, and reducing symptoms of PCOS. So don't just do it randomly, especially if we're talking hormone health, but do consider it for weight loss or fat loss if you have a team you can consult with. So I will see you all next week. I hope you got something out of that. And remember to send me your questions if you have any.